What if your mortgage lasted longer than your career, longer than your life? Is that a possibility? Well, it's a confusing and controversial issue, and I've decided to come in to the office today and see if I can get some input from my broker. So don't go away, I'll be right back. So everybody, I'm back. You know, one of the really good reasons why a realtor signs up with a good brokerage is because they become our best resource for information. And so I'm here with Mike Holland today. He is the broker of our four offices in Southwest Florida.
From Sun City to Venice.
Sun City to Venice, thanks.
Sun City, Lakewood Ranch, Palmer Ranch, and Venice.
And I'm in Palmer Ranch, but today we're in Lakewood Ranch. And so this 50-year mortgage idea, I must have checked out over the weekend because I came in here today to ask some specific questions to you, Mike, and it turns out they're basically irrelevant.
Well, they're good talking points.
The 50-year mortgage idea is welcome because it changes the affordability question to one not of necessarily food and staples right now, but more towards housing. So any discussion that points more towards that conversation is going to be welcome. Housing is an important part of the economy. It's said that for each house that's sold, somewhere on the order of $45,000 in additional investments, expenses are created. Drapes, appliances, upgrades, painting, services, that kind of thing. So anything that gets income flowing through the housing sector has a spin-off effect in creating income and jobs. So I welcome the discussion. I'm just simply the 50-year mortgage idea is just adding another longer term part of debt to the conversation about a 30-year mortgage versus 50, and for that to me it's a non-starter.
Well, the last I had heard was that Mr. Pulte with the FHFA was really looking at this idea. What happened?
I think it was a political trial balloon.
I see.
I think it was in response to the recent elections where affordability seemed to be the singular, at least as it was portrayed to everyone, that seemed to be the singular biggest topic with regards to the elections, the outcomes.
Affordability. So do you think that this is going to put any kind of impetus behind a movement towards getting housing more affordable?
No, I really don't. Builders are already giving away a lot of what was their margin previously. They're giving away a lot of it. There's a lot of things where builders are in the new home sector where they're cutting their rates down into the 3s, and that if you finance your home, if you close through a builder's related bank, they're going to incentivize. They're incentivizing things, but the overall issue is one of prices needing to adjust. COVID was a sugar high. It created a lot of interest and a lot of demand, not just in Southwest Florida, but throughout the country. And it front-loaded a lot of buyers that would have been buying over a longer period of time. But that's what happened in 2020 to 21 and 22. And there's fewer buyers out there right now. But sellers are not going to be, wanting to hear that they want to bring their prices down, even though that's kind of what we're talking about. We're not talking about falling off a cliff.
Well, you said to me earlier that we've reached the max in terms of the cost of money for lenders
Yeah, yeah.
from the government.
Government's carrying a lot of debt. The more the bonds, bonds are at a high, and interestingly, interest rates are still. There's some talk about them coming into the lower, below 6, at some point. That might happen, but when the interest rates are still elevated along with higher price points, it is what it is. It strikes me that still, if somebody is looking for a first home, get a reasonably affordable 1, 2, or 3 unit property, live in one, and rent the others out.
What are we supposed to be counseling our buyers and our sellers?
Sellers, make sure your homes are in as good a condition as they possibly can be. Don't defer maintenance. Get things done. Get ready. We're seeing already here in mid-November, this is going to be a very, very active listing market. We're going to be bringing a lot of homes to market. One of our sales professionals was in here. He has a listing presentation at 1:30 today, and he has one at 4. A lot of things are going to be happening where people are going to say we have the benefit of being through a storm season that was very favorable this year. We had none, thank goodness, and beautiful weather. There's favorable discussions on a state level about property tax abatement for homesteaded homeowners. So that's a good thing. We're also seeing where some insurance rates, both for homes and cars, are stabilizing, if not coming down.
Yeah,
somewhat.
Judy and I just did a video about insurance rates and the buying new as opposed to a resale and how that affects your insurance dollar. So, yeah, that's a really good piece to emphasize.
In an overall affordability thing, we're not talking about, the needle moving, drastically, but stay within your price points, be reasonable. The things that are happening that are external, stay with where you are comfortable in a price point, and you can build wealth. A first time or a moving up buyer, they can build wealth just through being small investors. They can absolutely do that.
And that was one of the real cons for the 50-year mortgage, was that it is not a wealth building strategy.
No, there may be a modest savings, but it's not going to be anything that's going to move the needle. And certainly the owner of that mortgage or the person attached to that mortgage, they're not going to stay in that home for 50 years.
50 years. The home probably wouldn't last 50 years.
And it may not last 50 years. Well, anyway, we won't.
No, we're having to do a pivot here in terms of our thinking about the future. I know that there are so many people out there that were hearing this and going, oh, it's okay, it's time to buy, and I can get more for right now on a 50-year mortgage than I could on a 30, and let's go. And so if I have a buyer that's thinking like that, I'm gonna have to show them this video.
I mean, it's not to say that I'm not positive about the housing market. The positives are, as I said, there's going to be more options. There are more options available for buyers now.
And that's bringing down prices.
There are more things, and that's having sellers have to be more competitive to realize that they also have to take better care of their properties. More options means you can't just throw something up there and expect that there's going to be a lot of eyes on it at an elevated price. It's not going to happen. Also, again, as I said, the overhead costs of insurance and taxes, that's a real topic here in Florida, and we have a statewide election next year, and this is going to be in some form or fashion. The tax issue is going to be a ballot initiative. So I'm optimistic about that.
Are you optimistic? So, okay.
Yeah, I am very much so.
Okay, well, there you have it. From Berkshire Hathaway Florida Realty, Mike Holland and Susan Phelps. And if you have any questions, please comment below, and don't forget to subscribe, because that keeps this channel going, and we're intent on getting you the latest news, even if you do check out for a weekend.